Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode. Your Monarchs of Wrestling. As I always say, the good people and the not so good, the bad people, you decide who you are. It's not for me to do. Tonight, we'll be talking about the state of professional wrestling. We've got the Royal Rumble coming up. We don't have a lot of people so far, so should be a lot of announcements, so to speak, this week. Interesting things.
Not a cut, but I hate this whole announcement thing. I really do.
We talk about Saturday Night Main Event, of course.
I don't need every wrestler to announce they in a Rumble. Just show up.
I agree, but I'm saying we need something. Like a week before, we should have an idea of some of them. I mean, we kind of know who else is going to be there. We're going to talk about that, but I'm saying it should be official, as my man Adam would say. It should be official by now. And got a little AEW stuff to talk about. Perhaps some NXT slide in there with TNA, of course, our NXTNA coverage and all that good stuff. But I am joined as always by my co-host, the one and only the Playmaker. And
I'm still recovering from yesterday. If y'all wondering, I'm still recovering.
Come on, man. Good vibes. Ironic, right? I would have fist in the background.
Yeah.
And one of our first-time guests, a long-time wrestling fan, my boy, Mr. Chris Robinson. What's up, Chris?
Cool, man. I appreciate you letting me come on. Excited to talk some wrestling with you gentlemen today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What were you saying, Playmaker? I
do appreciate you reaching out, though.
So we'll start off with I'm not messing with you today, man.
I'm just saying. I thought somebody else would reach out to me, but it was cool. I'm like, hey, cool. I should reach out. Right.
Hey, man. I know how it be, man. I know how it be, bro. I know how it be. I had a very disappointing season myself, so I understand displeasure and unhappiness with the ending of your season.
But it's all good.
I get it. It'd be tough sometimes. It's not the easiest thing to come to grips with, but it is what it is. But get what? All you can do is be like next year.
Who's your team, Playmaker?
Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be diving into that Thursday.
Yeah, it was tough.
But to NXT TNA,
yes, sir.
Get started on the NXT side. We have some qualifying matches for the 6-man ladder match for the NXT ladder match that will be taking place for the vacated NXT Championship that was surprisingly vacated by Obafemi. First qualifying match we had Josh Bridges versus Shallow Hill. I haven't seen much of Shallow Hill, so it was my first time watching him and seeing what he's about. And if I know my co-host like I think I do, he's probably happy that Shallow Hill won instead of Josh Bridges. So we have Shallow Hill in the 6-man ladder match. That should be fun.
What is this, like his third match or something in NXT?
Probably.
Yeah.
To open up the show, Ethan Page successfully defended the North American Championship. I mean, who can I see actually beating him at this moment in time right now? I have nobody in mind. Cool, do you have somebody in mind beating him? Because I don't have nobody in mind right now. Or maybe Chris, do you have somebody in mind? I have nobody in mind beating
the new Obafemi. That's who's gonna beat him.
Who is the new Obafemi?
The new Obafemi. That's who's gonna beat him.
Oh,
I forgot
his name. I know who you're talking about.
Like Obafemi. Yeah, that's who's gonna beat him.
Okay.
I think he was from the Next Up show or whatever they call it. I don't watch.
Evolve?
Yeah, I think he came. Evolve or something.
Or LFG.
Yeah, whatever. One of them. I think he's from one of them.
He made an impressive debut though when he pretty much eliminated everybody who was standing.
I'm saying they're gonna build him up, and he's gonna be the one to take it from Ethan Page. The one thing about NXT is gonna be a swole African American man that's gonna do something.
No,
then when they get to the main roster, they get lost in the mix. But on NXT, it's gonna be one.
Sorry, let me first apologize to our guest, Chris. Oh, I'm gonna go with this. Cool. You know how I feel about when they come up with tag team names. Which one of y'all down in NXT came up with the tag team name Swipe Right?
I don't think you need to apologize. I think they need to apologize to us for doing that.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that one.
That's hot doodle sauce. That's what it is.
Y'all name is terrible, but you went against Chase U, which nobody cares about.
Another terrible name.
I'm just still not feeling them either. They're trying to make us like them, but it's not working for me.
They ain't working for nobody.
I didn't like them the first time and don't like them now.
They ain't working for nobody. And Swipe Right beat Chase U. Say that 3 times fast.
I mean, you got Dark State, another garbage name. So, I mean, NXT is where you go to have garbage names. And
Vanity Project.
And let's not forget what they did to my boy Powerhouse Hobbs. Let's not forget that.
But at least it has some meaning behind it. I saw the Royce is his son's name. I don't know where Keys comes from, but
just did y'all take somebody from AEW and brought them to NXT and thought it was gonna make the tag team names better?
No, they didn't think it was gonna be any better. I mean, nobody thought that. We were just waiting to see how bad it was gonna be. I mean, I don't think anybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a good name." You know.
I'm gonna hop off for just a second. I'm having a difficulty real quick. Give me just 1 second. I'll hop right back in.
Right.
Freaking Swipe Right.
Yeah, I think like we know names are terrible with NXT. We know that's NXT. Like everybody's name. Blake Monroe is a decent name, but I mean, we can just really go through and you can see all the garbage names and just be like, yeah. Yeah.
All right. NXT has put me in a bind. I said last week, but I can take it officially now. They are really putting me in a bind because we have a rivalry going on between Jada Parker and Blake Monroe.
All I can say is, hey, man, Parker. How you doing, man, Parker? I'm definitely a fan of Miss Parker.
We know that. I'm a fan of both, so I
mean, I don't mind, Blake Monroe. I like her too, but she ain't Miss Parker.
I'm stuck in the middle, and I hate being stuck in the middle.
I just need Miss Parker to get a better finisher. I'm not a fan of her finisher.
That's fair. I was mainly referring to some of the assets Miss Parker has.
Oh, yeah, but yeah. Everything else is.
That's why I mean. This is why I'm stuck in the middle because we got Miss Parker on one side and we got Miss Monroe on the other side. I'm like, I can't choose between them two.
I can choose
100% Miss Parker.
Yeah, I can choose between the two, but there aren't many people that I would take over Blake Monroe. But Miss Parker's one of them. For sure.
Jeez.
There are a couple who I would take over here that are no longer in NXT. They have been, called up, so we can't count those anymore.
I'm not the suffer for how long they want to do this rivalry.
Is it really suffering though? If you caught in the middle, is it really suffering because you can't lose?
Shut up.
Whoever comes out on top, you win. So are you really suffering? And you seeing Miss Parker and Blake Monroe in the ring together, wrestling, getting all sweaty and everything. Are you really losing? Can you really say that you're losing? with an honest face.
Like, yeah, I ain't need you to turn it to a positive. I already know that.
I'm not turning to a positive. I'm spitting facts, bro. This is a win-win for everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a book.
Our next qualifying match put together Sean Lacey and Eli Knight. Two newcomers, and somebody was going to get a golden opportunity right out the gate. So who would it be? Sean Lacey gets the opportunity, and then Tony D'Angelo came in and destroyed everybody in sight. Tony D'Angelo has become very interesting now.
Yeah,
we don't longer speak.
The Don to crazy.
We just come in, destroy, and leave.
Kind of like Brock Lesnar back in the day.
That's what Tony D'Angelo is doing right now. Come in, destroy people, and leave. No words spoken. I do wonder though, will he be in the 6-man ladder match, or is he gonna be the one to destroy the 6-man ladder match?
It might be better to put him in it, but you know, it depends on what Sean wants to do. Sean and Hunter. He's not Paul yet.
You saying he's on? You saying he's on that track? You saying he's on that track to get there?
He's on that track every week.
All right, that means a future reference. When it's time, he gonna call out Sean like he do Paul.
Paul get on my last nerve, bro. He really do.
And then the main event, we had a triple threat tag team match, and the winner earns a shot at the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championship. Rank QQC, which is Rank Sinclair and Miss Gray. Teaming against Fighter Influence. Teaming against Soruka. And for my pleasure and Kuma Kane's pleasure, Zarya and Soruka won this match.
That was definitely my pleasure.
Not just y'all's pleasure. I'm right there with you, gentlemen.
I was about to say probably Chris too, but I was gonna let him. You know,
right there with you, gentlemen.
I ain't want to speak for that, brother. I know he had to.
So there you go. That's NXT. We got two people in the 6-man ladder match. Soruka and Zarya are going for the Knockouts Tag Team titles, and I can sit still in between Jada Parker and Blake Monroe.
So we have an amazing opportunity here, our good people, from the TNA side. So one Mr. Chris Robinson was able to be at Genesis, and we haven't had a chance to kind of discuss Genesis. So Chris, what I'd like to do is, since you were there at the event, talk to us about the matches, what you saw, and how you felt about the show, because being there is a little different than watching on TV or looking at the results.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, one thing that I think was really good about this, it was a really good show overall. It was last Saturday. It was the show after their debut on AMC, which I'm not sure if y'all got a chance to check it out. It was terrible. The AMC debut was not good at all. Just kind of all over the place. So I was kind of nervous going to the show, but it ended up being pretty good. I was really surprised at how over AJ Francis is. Money, money, money. People love him. I expect him to do some big things this year in TNA.
You need to.
Yeah. It was JDC's last match. I know we'll discuss JDC and Moose here in a little bit too. Got to see Santana defend his title that he won on Thursday, which was, once again, that match on Thursday was really kind of just there. They really rebounded well on Saturday in the main event. saw the Knockouts tag team, the Elegance brand, which was really good. They talked about how Ash may not be returning to the ring, which we'll discuss here in a little bit as well, which is a very good swerve. Overall, it was a great show. I'm kind of looking forward to see what TNA does this year. I think the AMC move is a good thing for them. For the past, 20 years, we all thought TNA was going to be obsolete, but they have shown they are the cockroach of the wrestling industry. They will not die.
I just want to say what he meant to say was obsolete. But he just
Oh, man, I didn't even touch on seeing the Hardys live. Long-time wrestling fan. That was my first time actually getting to see them live. I'm not really the biggest Hardy Boy fan, but I'm not even going to lie. Seeing Jeff come out there, the emotion got to me. It was great seeing them. The Righteous are definitely the future of tag team wrestling.
I actually like the Righteous. I would love for them to do the what they were doing before with Elias. I would love to see the three of them together. That would be,
oh man,
they kind of got the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a nice little trio. But before we go any further, we got one of our consistent and long time viewers, Miss Yolanda Wilson, Yolanda Williams, who also hops on when she can with us to give us a female perspective. She says, "Hey fellas, hello Yolanda," and then she said, "Who that Harpo?" That's our guy, Chris. So he bring us a little different flavor. You know what I'm saying? And then she said, "Sorry about your Rams, playmaker." So appreciate you tuning in, Yolanda. So let's go with the swerve. So Ash by Elegance returns. So Mr. Cole Johnson, if you're listening, we apologize. She is back. But she may not actually be wrestling, but she'll be back with the Elegance brand. So unfortunately, sir, she'll still be around. She is like a cockroach as well. So it was a good move because it kind of needed a little help, right? It kind of needed like a little extra something on the outside that's not going to be part of the actual in-ring product. And that can help them, propel them a little bit further because you can believe it if they have extra help. You can't believe it if it's just, two of them. Let's just be real. You can't. So the matches, Chris, at Genesis. Any match at Genesis that really stood out as a good match?
I really enjoyed the triple threat match between Joe Hendry, Cedric Alexander, and Moose. Joe Hendry was a kind of a last-minute replacement because we don't know how true it is. Leon Slater had the visa issue, but then was able to be at SmackDown.
Yeah. But SmackDown was in Europe, so he was able to be there.
Yeah.
So he did have a visa issue. They let him go ahead and compete at SmackDown since he couldn't do that, which is crazy. But dang, I hate that he couldn't be there because it took the title off the line in the triple threat match. But because there's a couple people that had some visa issues with TNA. We kind of talked a little bit about that.
That's true.
But they had to switch matches around because of visa issues, which is crazy.
Yeah. That was a banker. I believed it, but it was just like, you come on, man. You came to SmackDown too. Like, man, we know you're going to WWE when your contract is up.
I mean, yeah. I think we're gonna see. Well, might as well get to it. So, you have the match, really good match, right? After the match, a little bit further on the show, we have the System come out. JDC's kind of doing his final goodbyes, thanking everybody and whatnot. So they're introducing their new member. What's his name? Bear
Bronson.
Bear Bronson. I almost didn't want to say Bronson because I was thinking I'm mixing it up with Bronson Reed, but yeah, Bear Bronson. So he comes out and he's dapping everybody, shakes Moose's hand. Then he drops down and gives JDC the Ric Flair. Right up in there. And then Alicia Edwards and Moose are like, what? So then they all jump on Moose and start beating him, all three of them. Cedric Alexander runs down with a chair. So you're thinking, all right, Cedric Alexander's going to help. So, they run out of the ring. Cedric Alexander's there. Moose is there. He turns around, appreciate it, turn it back around. He catches that cheer right over across the back. They come back in the ring. Cedric Alexander joins the beatdown. So I'm going to quote the commentary team, which I know Chris was not able to hear because he's there live. The commentary team said the system has rebooted. And that was a great line. So Moose is out. JDC, of course, was already out. Bear Bronson and Cedric Alexander have joined the system. So now we got a different look for the system. Alicia Edwards had no idea. You could tell she didn't know. This is all Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards that orchestrated this. So I think it's a good move because it gives Cedric Alexander a purpose for being in TNA. Because without it, he's just kind of floating around. And Bear Bronson, you need a young guy that kind of learns and gets better by being around the people. And I think that's what's going to happen, with him being a part of the system now. Higher profile matches, all that good stuff. Now, we do need another member to the system. I think we needed a 5-man group just to make it bullies. So we need to get somebody else added. So keep in mind, TNA. So Chris, your thoughts on seeing it and how it felt in the arena?
Man, it was unexpected because Eddie and JDC had a great competitive match at Genesis. You saw no signs of a turn or anything like that. It just thought it was gonna be just a straight up, hey, this guy's taking my spot. You see Bear Bronson coming out, like you said, a young guy who needs the momentum, who's gonna get a good push out of it. So we just thought it was gonna be something smooth, and then boom. So very good swerve, caught everybody off guard. Didn't see them turning on Moose either. I really thought if anything would have happened, Moose would be kind of like the main person behind it. But it's gonna be interesting to see like a straight face Moose. I'm looking forward to that, and I really want to know how they're gonna make Alicia Edwards not along with Eddie right now. That's what I want to see. So I don't know, maybe that 5th person. Could we get Cedric's wife? Could we get Big Swole in?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. So Yolanda says, I had to look up who you was talking about. Laugh out loud. Use their WWE names, please. She has 3 laughing emojis and just okay. Fandango. Is that better for you? Yeah, I'm sure he wants to get away from being remembered as Fandango.
Well, that's why he's JDC. The D's for Dango or Dongo.
Yeah. What calls itself dirty? What was it?
Dango?
Yeah.
Dirty Dango?
Dirty Dango one time, yeah. He's trying to get away from Fandango all he can, but yeah. Can't get away from Dango, I guess. But so yeah, TNA, a little bit of big happenings, something a little different, a little unexpected. So it's a little juicy. Of course, Santana's not gonna lose the belt like 4 days after getting it. Come on now, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, no, that would have been crazy.
Yeah, because they do that again, and I think TNA just loses. Like everybody just quit. Like we're not even watching no more. You guys suck. So they were able to kind of maintain that. I think TNA's. Let's talk about it real quick with TNA. So I think TNA has the capability to be the number 3 promotion, possibly number 2. We know who number 1 is. Right. They don't have the resources of AEW, but they're connected to WWE. So that gives you an advantage by having a connection. The disadvantage is, your best wrestlers are gone. You're pretty much, to put it honestly, you're turning into another developmental league for WWE. You're independent, but you're really a developmental league for them. But at the same time, now you got more eyes on the product. You've got a bigger pool of people that you can have on your show. You can have different matches, and you can get yourself a TV deal thanks to it, right? AMC. So, but that product on AMC has to be a lot better this week. I'm with you, Chris. It has to be a lot better. It was.
Yeah.
AJ Styles coming out was the best produced part of the show.
Just for him to say nothing really, but yeah, you're right.
That sadly enough, he really didn't say much. But I mean, you know, he's getting ready to be gone, according to reports. So we'll see how that plays out. I just feel like TNA needs to figure out a route to sign guys to longer term, guys and girls with longer term deals when they know what's coming, and also good storylines to keep propelling people. They're gonna have to really develop people, because you're not gonna lose everybody, because WWE is not gonna take everybody, but they're gonna take your best people. So you got to be prepared for that and be building up new people, you know, in the wake of that. But it's helping them. So you got to take the good with the bad. But Mike, you got any thoughts on the state of TNA, sir? I know you ain't really been. I know you don't really take your TNA break. I get it, but
nope, I have nothing.
I do think one thing we got to touch on too, though, is the Feast or Fire.
Yep.
Have
at it, sir. Have at it.
Yeah. You know, Eric Young won a briefcase. Steve Macklin, Trey Miguel, who made his return. You know, he was supposed to sign with AEW. The Rascals, all four of the Rascals, but Trey Miguel had a little controversy.
Yeah, some homophobic comments got him. Some homophobic comments got him kicked out of the company, and not by AEW, the parent company.
Yeah. They don't play that because the same thing happened with the Briscoes. They check everything. So, and then Eddie Edwards won it. So, you know, seeing him turn on the system, I'm pretty confident saying Eddie Edwards is probably going to get the world title briefcase. So we'll see what happens with him and Santana. That'll be a good storyline. I think this week they'll, you know, announce who won the world title shot. Well, the world title shot, X Division, International, and who gets fired.
I saw it.
I just
gets fired.
I'm pretty sure he was going to get fired.
Yeah, he got fired.
Yeah.
I can't remember the title shots, but I remember he got fired. I saw like a thing. Somebody was talking about it. But yeah,
so that'll be kind of entertaining to see Thursday. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so good people, we're going to take us a quick commercial break. Come back. We're going to talk a little AEW. And then it'll be time for some WWE talk.
Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
and how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Williams ran Twitter 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmaker's blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts.
All right, good people. So we're back. A little AEW talk here. AEW was, I want to say, interesting this week because we are finally getting some actual story. Right. They had a trios street fight between the Death Riders and the Don Callis family. The Timeless Love Bombs. That's Timeless, Tony Storm, and Mina Shirakawa. Taking down Megan Bain, in a match with Megan Bain and Penelope Ford, who is returning. So
the Timeless
some
Love
a couple
Bombs.
people coming back. We start off the show. Brody King, MJF comes out. He does his thing. Brody King comes out. He wants a title shot. Of course, MJF. So what?
The tag team names, man. The tag team names. The tag team names. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
The Timeless Love Bombs.
So I like that you. Oh, the tag team name. Oh yeah, you gotta bear with us, y'all. You know we in these areas affected by the ice and everything, so sometimes we go out a little bit. Can't hear us for a second, but we here. The Timeless Love Bombs. I do like the name. I want to see where we go with the with finally getting a match at some point. I would love to see him at least have an opportunity in the main event card. I don't think he would win right away, but I'd like to see him have a good match at the top and then kind of work his way up. Because I'm a big believer in you got so many belts in AEW. We shouldn't have people go from no belt to the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, right? You should at least get one of the other singles titles. There's a plethora of them before you get to that point. Chris, if you were able to see AEW, which Dynamite, any thoughts on the opening segment?
I'm with you. I agree with you on that. I do like Brody King. I want to see what he can do with MJF. Pretty sure that's going to be a great match. You know, MJF will definitely do a great job of being a cowardly heel. I agree with you. Brody shouldn't win yet. He should put on a great show for it. You know, come real close to doing it. I'm looking forward to this feud. I don't know how long they can, build it out to though, because it seems like MJF is feuding with everybody right now.
Yeah, we then had some. Yeah, I don't know how long they can wait. Yeah, you good. I agree. You got to kind of figure out if you're going like at least have them on the path, or if we just gonna stash that and wait 3 or 4 months. Like you gotta make a decision. But it's at least good to see new challengers and not the same 5 or 6 people. It only really swelled to 5 or 6 when Swerve came back. But
yeah,
we had a match. Speedball Mike Bailey against Samoa Joe. We know who won that match. Let's not play it. Samoa Joe beat Speedball Mike Bailey. Come on. So Heyman and then Jet Speed are now the trios champions. So they were trying to come up with a new name backstage or whatever. Speedball was out by himself because his tag team partner has a match with Swerve later. And we kind of know how that match. All right, back to the street fight. Death Riders versus the Don Callis family. So you had John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Pac. Of course, Marina Shafir was out there. You had Rocky Romero, Lance Archer, and Hechicera. It was Daniel Garcia, John Moxley, and Wheeler. You were the practice match. Excuse me. But the Death Riders always seem to have the other guys get involved. Really good match. I'm actually kind of surprised the Death Riders, because the Don Callis family has like half the AEW roster. So all you had to do was bring like 2 or 4 of the other dudes out, and you should have been able to overwhelm them with numbers. But hey, I guess that's where the story went. Any thoughts on that one, Chris? That was actually a pretty decent one.
It was a good match. It wasn't your typical AEW like over the top crazy brawl. It was a good hardcore fight. I'm trying to remember the finish of it though. I know Cesaro came out of nowhere, or Claudio, I'm sorry, came out of nowhere to take care of Lance Archer, but I did enjoy this match. I hope this feud isn't over. I guess somebody's gonna have to go against Moxley for one of the titles that they have. What is it? Continental. The Continental title.
Continental title. One of the 50 titles.
One of them, yeah.
You understand somebody turn the TV down in the background. She also says Joe had help. I mean, Joe's got to have help, Yolanda, just because of how they're doing with him, but he ain't losing that match.
He was kicking Joe. Like, them shots were sounding.
Yeah, but I mean, it was one of those, let's make Speedball Mike Bailey look good while he gets butt kicked. Let's be honest. I mean, that's what it was. I mean, no disrespect to Speedball Mike Bailey, but Samoa Joe, like, one of the things that I noticed about AEW, they have a certain group of guys, and if they lose, it's going to be to each other, or it's going to be like a storyline reason for an upset. Other than that, they winning. And Samoa Joe is one of those guys. And that's kind of, it's interesting, but hey, it's consistent. Playmaker, anything you want to add, sir?
Nope, I'm sitting back chilling.
Okay. You just waiting for WWE. That's all you waiting for, sir. So we had FTR have a match against Alec Price and Jordan Oliver. Of course, FTR won. But the match, I'll say there was a good match. But again, we know how it goes. All right, after the match, backstage, we had Thekla challenge Chris Statlander for the Women's World Championship. And then Hart challenged Willow Nightingale, Julia Hart, for the TBS Championship on Collision. So the matches got accepted. And then Harley Cameron said she's going to make sure that Sky Blue stays out of both of those matches. So any thoughts on that, Chris, because I know Playmaker, so taking a sabbatical. While we go through AEW.
The FTR match, like, it was a good match, but it was almost too good, I think, because like FTR is your tag team champions. I watch AEW quite a bit. I had no idea who the hell this tag team was. Why is the tag team champions competing against these guys so competitive? Like, why are they so competitive? And then on Collision, Davis and Doyle dominate them. So I guess maybe you're trying to make it look like they're above FTR for right now to make them, believable challengers. But I just didn't like that part of them, that it was competitive. It was a good match if, for wrestling purposes, but storyline, I didn't care for it. And as far as the women's thing, Toxic Attraction's just not, they're not believable enough. They're not threats for me. So we know Willow and Stat are both going to keep their belts. Let's just move on past them.
All right. And then we had Kenny Omega and Josh Alexander. There's actually a lot of good matches on this, a lot of matches between people who have known names. If you're a TNA fan, you walking weapon Josh Alexander is. Obviously, they're rebuilding Kenny Omega after his diverticulitis and everything, and how you always hit him in the stomach and he'd be about to die. So now they're kind of rebuilding him up. that's not gonna work. He can take matches with stiff strikes and he'll be all right now. So good physical match. Of course, Kenny Omega won. MJF watched backstage, and then Callis tried to get involved, and of course it didn't work. All right, then we had the Timeless Love Bombs versus before is returning. One of the things that me and Playmaker always say, there's a couple of times when we know you're going to win. When you return from injury, when you're debuting, and if you just lost your championship. Those are the 3 times you're going to win for sure in most wrestling promotions. And Megan Bain and Penelope Ford won because they're returning. Thomas Loves Bombs. They've been here. That's how it goes.
Makes sense.
So yeah, I mean, I don't really feel like too much we say about that. Then for the event,
what do you think they're gonna do? When do you think we're gonna get this match of I'm sorry, say it again.
We lost you there for a second, sir.
Oh, okay, am I good now?
Yeah.
I was asking, when do you think we're finally gonna get this Tony Storm, the Tony Storm Arena match? Because it seems like they've been building this feud for a while.
It's gonna be. I'm not sure, but I want some gold to be on the line. I'm tired of my thing is you have belts, right, between Ring of Honor and AEW. A match between Shafir and Tony Storm should be for some type of title. But it probably won't be because I feel like they've kind of gotten away from really focusing on Tony at least being in the title picture. But that would make it more interesting because we haven't seen Marina Shafir do a lot of matches. So it's one of those things. Then, of course, Swerve gets the win. Of course, it's another tight match. We highlight the guy that loses while the dominant guy wins. MJF's watching this match as well. Swerve and seeing it back. And I mean, there's a lot more you could talk about, but the end of the day, Swerve got the win. We also made Kevin Knight look good. That's what we've been doing. But this was a really good, to me, AEW Dynamite because a lot of important matches, a lot of matches with people that you know. We had the one with FTR where you really know the other guys. But other than that, wrestling fans knew everybody else. Diehards probably knew everybody, but most normal to casual fans knew everybody pretty much, but those 2 guys that FTR beat up. So good show overall. We advanced a couple storylines. We subtly have MJF watching all the guys he thinks are going to be contenders, things like that. I like when you kind of do that. You highlighted guys who are important to the show continuing. So, I mean, to me, it's a win for AEW.
Yeah, it is. And that's a good point you just brought up. Having all these, having MJF scouting everybody, there are so many storylines you could build off of. You got the Brody King, Kenny Omega, Hangman, Joe, Swerve. And all those are good matches, if you wanted to do each one, and then it's just great. Can't go wrong with any of them.
Agreed. So we are going to take a quick commercial break, my good people, and then we are going to return with our WWE talk, and I believe we may get a Playmaker sighting.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, Say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on YouTube and where you can find podcasts. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are to the WWE portion of our programming. And that's all you had to say, the Playmaker back.
No, I was contemplating how I wanted to start this portion. Let's go back to Saturday night's main event. And I'm going to go in order. I figure I'll go in order. We thought we was going to get a match between Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu. Otherwise, it just turned into pretty much a street fight. A very, very long street fight to begin with. Started in the ring, went through the crowd, even went up to the concession areas and right back down through the crowd, back into the ring. They fought for a pretty long time. And then the new WWE champion Drew McIntyre said, all right, I had enough of this. Both of y'all get put through tables. How about that? So, Chris, Saturday Night Main Event had an interesting start to it.
Yeah, it did. And I enjoyed every single second of that brawl. From the moment Fatu was backstage talking, EBT to WWE, like, okay, take my money, man. Then he comes out, no shirt. He's showing that, he not only did his teeth fix, he worked out a lot. Great brawl. I'm looking forward to this feud. I was kind of happy because I didn't want it to just be a one and done. Want to see what we're going to do with this. And then getting Drew involved too lets me know Fatu's in the WWE title picture for sure now, which is going to be a good feeling. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. It was a little long, but it didn't overstay its welcome to me.
No, cool. I know how you feel about 4 matches events, but WWE decided to throw a little swerve at us.
The match was still too long. Well, it's too long because you didn't have enough matches. If I could just get Tony Khan and Triple H to just find us somewhere in the middle ground, right? If Tony Khan,
we don't need 14 like AEW. We don't need 5 like Triple H. I get it.
Right. Yeah, we just need about 6 or 7 matches in WWE. Just give us about 12. 11 or 12 instead of 15, 14 for AEW. Would be gravy. Because the thing is, I don't like that WWE doesn't give constant pushes anymore, in my opinion. There's a couple of people do, but you don't have enough matches to give constant pushes to anybody but people involved in direct storylines. So how am I supposed to care about somebody if they're not involved in those direct storylines? Because you don't care about putting them on events. You don't have them on TV enough. You have matches that should be at events like tag team title matches on SmackDown because you don't care enough about the tag team titles to even put them on. So, And I mean, I'm not saying WWE is terrible. I'm just pointing out the things that I think a lot of people feel the same way. Maybe some people are happy with 4 matches, 4 long matches, but not me. Give me more.
Outside of that, the brawl between Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu, that was ended by Drew McIntyre.
I mean, like I said, I don't have a problem with the match, but if you it's like they're purposefully saying we only gonna have 4 matches, so we're gonna drag them out. 5 or 6 matches, you don't have to drag it out.
I ain't gonna lie, I had to look at my watch to see how long we was in the show. I'm like, oh, we passed the 8:20 mark. For a long time. Jeez. No bell, no nothing. We just fighting.
I mean, like I said, I don't have a problem with the match or the fighting or anything, but just you need to have more time frames, like realistic time frames for a match. All PLE matches going to be 4 matches for 40 minutes each. Are we serious?
But yeah, that was crazy.
I think the issue from that really comes from it worked for Triple H at NXT, but the thing was he was doing a 2-hour pay-per-view in NXT. And he's trying to keep that same mentality for the 3.5, 4 hour, WWE PLE. It doesn't work as well.
Paul, he said it nicely. I'm attempting not to elevate past this level tonight, Paul.
Not yet. It's just the first.
You're working.
Just the first special event that they have done this year. Because the first premium live event is actually Saturday coming.
Now, they've been having 2 long matches at multiple ones, so this ain't no new thing.
No, I said of the year. I said of the year.
Okay. That's because the first one of the year.
That's my point. That's my point.
You know they're gonna do the rest just like that.
Most likely, yes. They're only doing 4 Saturday Night main events. Ironically, they do 4 Saturday Night main event. You get 4 matches on each one of them. Well, on this one, 3. You get a brawl to start off. It wasn't even a match. But when we did actually have an official match, it was for the Women's Tag Team Championships when Rhea Ripley and Leo Sky defended against the Judgment Days, Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan. We knew who was going to win this match, but they did the best that they can to make you think that Judgment Day was going to take this title. So we got it right. But they put on a good match, cool. The ladies put on a good match.
They did. But these are 4 women who can work. Roxanne and Liv can work. And we know Riho can work.
Oh, he's going to use the tag team name on this one.
Yes. That's one of the ones I actually like.
Oh, I know you use it. That's how I know you liked it.
Yes, sir.
Chris, we have 4 ladies go at it. An entertaining match. The chance retain.
Not even a lot. Going in, I just knew Io and Rhea were gonna retain, but they did a good job convincing me that Liv and Roxanne had a chance, especially with that Pop Rocks moment. And then seeing Big Sexy Raquel come out, they convinced me that maybe we're gonna see the change, maybe, but in the end, we got what we all knew was going to happen. It was a great match, though.
I did not expect Raquel. I don't know how I did not expect Raquel, but I did not expect.
I don't know how you
I didn't either. I didn't either. That's why I was like, maybe.
I'm looking at Raquel focusing on Stephanie Raquel, and then obviously my girl ended up coming up to even odds. Which,
But
if
you
you're
got to
not
pay
Stephanie
attention to
Raquel,
her
then
when
I don't know what to tell
they
you.
don't say, "Oh, we got this without you, Raquel." She'll be out there.
That's usually when they do show up. But hey, it was what it is.
True that.
Okay, this match here makes me think about the match to come in Saudi Arabia. Because if you call it SmackDown, you end up getting a impromptu history revisit match of AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. And I'm sitting here like, oh boy, this is going on a certain way that I hope it wasn't going, but it went that way. So we decided to redo WrestleMania. I don't remember which one it was. I want to somehow
34.
I was thinking 34. I was about to say 34. Thank you, Chris.
Yes, sir.
We redo the WrestleMania match from 34 on Saturday's main event. And quite frankly, let's be honest, match Saturday was much better than WrestleMania 34. So, Chris,
Yes.
they wanted to run it one more time between Shinsuke and AJ Styles.
Yeah. Did I miss something though? Like, when did this match? Did they just randomly put this match on the show? Like, there was nothing for it, right?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So Nick Aldis called AJ to SmackDown. Of course, he asked him about what happened on Raw and all that good stuff. And then he said, no, that's not the real reason why. And then he did this. And then next thing you know, it's Shinsuke walking into Nick Aldis' office and they're having a conversation. And Shinsuke like, let's see if you still phenomenal. So that's how that match came about.
Okay, I missed all of that, but I'm glad that it happened. This is the match that should have happened at WrestleMania 34. It should have looked like this. When Shinsuke came out, well, no, AJ came out first. When AJ came out with the mask, like, okay, a little New Japan throwback. And then the way Shinsuke just came out, like his entrance, it was just his aura changed. So I just knew we were in for a good match. And it exceeded my expectations. We all knew AJ was going to win, of course, going into his match with Gunther, but I loved every single second of it. Maybe we'll be talking about this match in December as a match of the year candidate. It was that good to me.
Cool game. New Japan revisited at Saturday Night Main Event.
Yep, second leader of the Bullet Club. I liked the match, obviously. I agree with everything Chris said. But I want to talk about what's going to happen at Royal Rumble with AJ Styles. We know it seems like it's leaked that he is going to lose and that this is going to be the end of his career. But I don't trust WWE anymore with this stuff. So it might happen, but I don't trust WWE because they'll make you think it's going to be over and then it'll be WrestleMania or it'll be like December like John Cena. And it just, you got to watch it and kind of be like, It's one of them. Well, Arsenio always say things that make you say, We're going to see. We're going to see. I'm interested in what they're doing with AJ for once they're actually highlighting AJ. And that is good because it hasn't been done a lot. Nowhere near as much as it should be or could be.
All right, that's good. And then the main event, we had a fatal four-way. The winner gets to face Drew McIntyre in his first defense at the Royal Rumble. You had Damian Priest. You had Randy Orton. Oh, Trick Williams and the hometown crowd. The hometown man, Sami Zayn. By the way, I think this is the first time in a long time that I can remember where everybody was cheered and nobody was booed coming out.
Isn't Trick supposed to be a heel?
He's supposed to be, but
Okay, I was like, he's just that over.
Trick can't be heel. He's not gonna be heel. I mean, they're gonna have to make him like some type of trick tweener where he still talks trash to the crowd, but he's too over.
Which is very impressive. Everybody's
we've been whooping that Trick for years, man.
Down on the NXT. That tells you people pay attention to NXT.
And TNA.
Now, those of you who didn't catch last week's show, me and Cool, we did not care who won this match, long as Trick Williams wasn't the winner.
Agreed. Too soon.
As all, long as Trick didn't win and didn't take the fall, we're good.
Yeah. Too soon for him to lose the match. Too soon for him to win it.
We're good.
I kind of figured Damien was there just to take the pin.
And that's what ended up happening. Sami Zayn pays Damian Priest. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn gets the hometown victory. He goes to Saudi Arabia, his adopted hometown. I'm going to love this part. I'm going to love we talk about the Rumble on this one. So he gets the win. Drew McIntyre tries to sneak attack him, and that didn't work. Which further puts a feather in our cap of how we're going to think about this match.
Drew's going to win.
Like, they ain't even waste no time giving that away for us.
At least paid it off. Match, by the way, Drew's going to win, buddy.
You could at least pay it off, even though me and Cool, we are deadlocked on what we going to think. But you could at least played it off. But Cool McCain, the main event, very interesting main event. Everybody got their spots in, and Sami Zayn gave the hometown crowd what they wanted.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, you kind of figure like if Sami Zayn gonna be in the match, he probably gonna win. You at the crib, you're going to your second home for the match. You know, you're not gonna win, but at least gives is WWE a shot to see how you're accepted as the guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I do think that he might win the Royal Rumble and end up getting a title match of his choosing. But I think a lot's going to depend on what happens with this match, because you're going to have this match before the Royal Rumble, because the men's Royal Rumble is going to end the show clearly.
Yeah. Chris, the Fatal 4-Way.
Another good match. This is a very good overall show. I was happy to see Trick get highlighted. Like I said, glad he didn't take the pin. We all knew Sammy was winning. I really want to say that they're not going to put the title on Sammy, but in Saudi Arabia, I thought Sammy was going to win the Rumble. You got to get some kind of big pop for him. I don't know. I'm kind of actually torn.
I think
we'll discuss the Rumble in here a little bit.
That's my prediction. He wins the match. He loses the match and wins the Rumble as a late entrant, a surprise entrant. About 15 surprise entrants in both.
With that being said, that moves us to the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia Saturday, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. That will be, if I do my math, 11 p.m. on the 11 a.m. on the West Coast.
Too early, bro.
As you already heard, we are taking Jim McIntyre to retain the Universal title of the Sami Zayn. Chris, you on the same boat with us?
No, I'm gonna go with they're gonna pull the trigger on Sammy.
Chris is going with Sami Zayn capturing that elusive world title in Saudi Arabia.
Interesting. Okay.
I won't be shocked if Drew wins. I just think that just the home, everything being home for Sammy. Plus, he's never beat Drew.
Never.
Sounds like a great story for WrestleMania that follows a story that happened last year from a guy that never beat a guy.
They can't keep going back to it, can they?
This is Paul. That is his specialty.
Because I already did it with Sammy and Gunther, and then did it with Jay and Gunther. Like, you can't keep doing the same story.
It's Paul. Paul's creativity is not what we believe it to be. I've come to understand I had too high of a bar for his creativity.
My sister, she's
as a group.
My sister, she's torn between her heart and her head.
Let's get to it. So she says, Yolanda always is active with us, which I love. She says, well, AJ didn't get a retirement tour like Cena, just sad. She says, no, it was on SmackDown. And then she says, my heart says Drew, my head says Sammy. That's a fair take. I think your heart's going to be right in this one, based on what we believe. I think he's going to end up, if it checks out properly, because it's all about how the crowd reacts. If they react right to Sammy and a loss, then they might pull it. But if they don't pull it now, he's never going to be a world champion. If they don't pull it now.
All right. Before I get to the other match, let me go to the ladies. Warrior Rumble match. The names that are officially in the match: Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, Asuka, Chelsea Green, Jordan Gray, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax / Legend, and Julia with the other half to be announced. Chris, you get first pick. You get 2 picks on the lady side.
Returning Bianca. Maybe Jordan Grace.
Bianca and Jordan, he says. Cool McCain. You get 2 picks.
So I'm going to go with Jordan Grace or one of the people that we don't know as of yet. I want to say Bianca and go with Chris, but I don't know if she's going to be cleared in time because she's still not cleared for Wrestle. If she's cleared, I think she definitely wins. If not, I'm just going to go with one of the unknowns. One of the people that hasn't been chosen as of today. If it's not Jordan Grace. Yolanda says Bianca coming back to win it all. And she says, I like your thoughts, Chris. And she asked why she's not cleared. All we keep hearing is that she's not medically cleared. They won't give any details. Can't find them on dirt sheets or nowhere.
Which is crazy because it was just, a hand injury? It's been out since WrestleMania?
Yeah, it was. I think there's something wrong with, like, her joints in the finger, too.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not able to, like, bend the finger or anything. So it was going to be something that was going to have her out for a while. I don't know if there's something else that they're not, releasing, too, because it seems a little strange to me because you could take that bad boy, I feel like, to another finger and get out there. So I feel like it may be something more that they're not disclosing.
All right, so this is what I would do. Since we don't know the full statistics of Bianca Belair, Chris, I'll give you an extra pick.
Liv Morgan.
Okay.
Why that does not surprise me whatsoever. Because it's not going to be Bianca Belair. Give me Liv Morgan.
That's your pick?
Give me Liv Morgan. Oh, Bianca is my number 1 pick. But Liv Morgan is number 2.
I just want to let them know that they're full of crap, too. Just
And I'm just going to throw this out there. Don't be surprised if you hear that theme song "Watch Me Play" get played a lot this year. Just throwing that out there.
Which one? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
I'm talking about Liv Morgan song.
Oh.
Then you're gonna see a lot of Liv Morgan this year. So yeah, if it's not Bianca, it's Liv Morgan. Those are my options. Now, if you want me to throw a third one out there, I'm gonna take a page out of Cool McCain just to make people mad. Charlotte Flair.
She's gonna be in it. We know that. I bet I know one person in it.
Want to reveal?
Lee Ying Lee. I bet she ain't gonna be it. She's back. Nah, I'm good. They fired.
I mean, we still got 15 spots open, so who knows?
True.
Now let's get to it.
Can I say something real quick before you move on from the women's?
Go ahead.
I think Saul Ruka gets he's gonna be like the highlight. I feel like she's gonna be in it and be the star of the show.
Okay, I can see that.
She's definitely gonna have the Kofi moment.
I can see that.
I don't need that. I don't need to have a Kobe mind. I just need her to snap some souls. I'm good.
Yeah, somebody get their soul snatched.
I just need her to snap some souls and I'm good. That's all I need from Soul Ruka. That's not somebody's soul. That's like my favorite finishing move of this era.
I will definitely be watching the women's Royal Rumble match in its entirety. For sure.
Of course, you get all the cakes you can watch.
All the cakes in one place. Y'all heard it in one place. Amazing.
Cool gotta have his cakes, man. He gotta have his cakes.
Key Williams said, "Can we get to the yams?"
Get to the yams.
And of course, like I said, to make people mad, my sister does me justice.
Said boo playmaker. Love it.
Because I said Charlotte Flair, she's been away from the main event picture for some time now. You can
I can see that.
You can throw it back in there.
I hope not, but I can see that.
I mean, y'all already teasing. Y'all already teasing her and Alexa Bliss breaking up. We just don't know who's turning heel and who's not.
Alexa turning heel would be great though.
I don't disagree with
Charlotte.
you.
Charlotte's always heel, like, you know what I'm saying? But, Charlotte's heel again.
But
great.
I would say this: it probably would be the smart decision to turn Alexa Bliss here because it is Alexa Bliss the reason why people started liking Charlotte Flair all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
And then she could finally go be with the Wyatt Six, and then maybe they'd be better.
Can we just disband the Wyatt Six at this point because they ain't doing that? No worthy.
We need to add true leadership, and Alexa would be true leadership. That's Sister Abigail.
All right. I'm going to say this. AJ Styles will return Saturday. I had to think about it. Why is y'all giving me Shinsuke and AJ Styles out of the blue? That just threw that out of nowhere. Like you said, making interesting. And then when I actually started thinking about AJ Styles, WWE AJ Styles, like, wait a minute. It would be 10 years to the event that AJ Styles debuted, because that man debuted in 2016 at the Royal Rumble.
Yes, he did.
I said, well, ain't that something?
Ain't that some sugar honey iced tea?
I said, so we're going to go ahead and get AJ up out of here right now. And when I say that, I do mean that's AJ's choice to do it if it happens at the Rumble. AJ chose to go out where he started. And plus, And Michael Cole, thank you for doing me justice. When he called Gunther on Raw the career killer. I said, I knew it. This is what they was doing with Gunther. The career killer. Now, selfishly, I don't want AJ Styles to go this quickly in 2026. But I just had that feeling AJ probably said, yeah, let me go out where I came in at Royal Rumble. I don't need this long because I already knew, and I said it last week. AJ Styles don't want no tour. He don't want no tour.
Yolanda says because AJ about to lose to Gunther. She also says they need Booker T on commentary on all shows. Now, Yolanda, I will say this. Me and you agree on a lot. We don't agree on everything. But this statement right here, I agree with more than anything you've ever said. But Booker T on every show. That would give us good television. Especially
we need them for Trick's entrance.
Yes, especially on SmackDown. And Yolanda says they better not do Randy like that.
It's Randy's choice. That's the problem.
I think Randy about to win another championship before he get up out of here.
Probably. But it's Randy's choice, so they're gonna let Randy go out however he want to go out. And Randy don't act like the guy like he need a tour to go out. He probably gonna pick a date and like, hey, this is it right here. Don't need no tour, just get me there. Randy is like, just get me there so we can be done.
No, only one person needed a tour.
But Chris, I'm calling it the end of the AJ Styles wrestling career.
So, I think I agree with you. AJ loses to Gunther, and he's retiring this year. He said that. I think we see AJ Styles' last WWE match Saturday. WWE still has that partnership with TNA.
I like that.
That's where AJ Styles was built.
That's the house that AJ Styles built.
That's the house, yeah. I think that he finishes his career in TNA.
Cool McCain, you said earlier, you ain't there yet. So you saying AJ Styles gets out of Saudi Arabia with a dub?
I think AJ Styles does not lose that match. I think he wins. I think Gunther does end up retiring him because he gets pissed that AJ Styles beat him, and then they end up having a third match in the trilogy.
So you saying that Gunther is fixated on AJ Styles, so he has to get him?
Yeah. And then, thanks to Chris, I do agree that the rest of his time as a wrestler, until he retires at the end of the year, should be spent in TNA, the house that he built. I agree with that.
And then Gunther can do whatever until he retires Brock Lesnar.
Which I think is why he retires AJ, to keep his career killer streak going, so he can retire Brock probably at WrestleMania.
He's in Las Vegas. The career killer. Thank you, Michael Cole, for that.
I think that I mean I agree he will be the one to retire him. I just don't think it'll be this match.
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't think it'll be this match. But unfortunately, they have made him into the career killer.
I know when I said it, Cool looked at me like they better not do that. Because I don't think Cool was looking at me like I was wrong, but he was looking at me like they better not. And I'm like, bruh, this is what they're going.
Yeah, because the problem is my thing is I don't have a problem with AJ lose whatever, but my thing is you're taking a guy that already is established and you give them a role you can give to somebody who it can make their career.
Like they did with Randy Orton when they made him the legend killer.
Yeah. You elevated him.
I agree
by
with
him
that
becoming
100%.
a legend killer. All you're doing is you're taking a guy that's already beating everybody down and bullying everybody and all that, and you're making him. You're basically doing like you did with Brock Lesnar when he beat the Undertaker and it went nowhere. And this is where this is going to end up going nowhere. Spots that could be for young guys to take out OGs and build their resume. You're going to give it to a guy that already is established and doesn't need it. But that's what Paul does. That's why he's Paul. Son of a biscuit eater.
And yes, Yolanda, I think Gunther is going to retire Brock Lesnar. They call him the career killer. He's ending careers.
I got to be honest. If anybody retires Brock Lesnar, it better be somebody that is big, strong, and aggressive. And I don't think Gunther fits the role of big enough to retire no Brock Lesnar.
The only person who fits that role is Oba.
You said it. I didn't.
Did you build me up for that?
Hey. I mean, sometimes you walk people to the water, but it's still up to them to drink. You said it, Yolanda. You and Chris. I didn't. You want to make Oba a monster?
You could have him being a career killer.
Oh. That's what you need.
And you know what the funny thing was? He was actually on a card of John Cena's retirement match. Going against Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
For what reason? What was he there for? What was the purpose of him fighting Cody Rhodes? I believe it.
So hey, I'm just connecting the dots. That's all I was doing. You could have started with Over Premium Saturday's main event with AJ Styles. But that goes back to Cool McCain going off on Paul when he had Gunther retire Goldberg.
Goldberg, I mean, honestly, I didn't really care, but because I don't care about Goldberg anymore. I mean, Goldberg's great for when his era, but he's past his prime. That was a wasted spot that should have went to somebody else. That was my issue with that. But you want to use that to start the legend killer sort of thing, right? But the thing is, Gunther's not young. So you're trying to redo a gimmick with an old dude that you did better with a young dude. Great job, Paul. Good job, Paul.
And now that brings us to the main event, Saudi Arabia's Royal Rumble, the men Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes, the tribal chief Roman Reigns. Got to put more one to the sky real quickly. The aforementioned correct killer Gunther. So he's going to do double duty. He's going to retire AJ Styles and then get in the Rumble. How interesting. Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, Dragon Lee, Penta, and 21 more names to be announced. Which one of them probably going to be R-Truth out of the way he did on SmackDown, which... R-Truth is something else. Cool McCain, your two picks for the men Royal Rumble.
Sami Zayn or our tribal chief?
So Cool McCain says somebody
get back
from
on
the
track.
He says somebody from the OG bloodline is
We
winning.
got to get back on track. If you let me have three, I would pick Jay as the third. It's going to be somebody from the OG bloodline. We got to get back on track.
Who's going to OG bloodline? Chris, your two picks.
My tribal chief. the second one's just kind of hard. Really been going back and forth over it. I think they might do it. Braun Breaker.
Well,
like
so
that
me and Chris are on the same page with
I
the
like that
Royal
pick.
Rumble matches. Well, what's going on here?
I like
You know
that
what I'm
pick. I
saying?
like that.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. The Roman Reigns, that's just a bias pick of mine. Is Roman Reigns? It's the Tribal Chief. Okay. Anytime I see the Tribal Chief, I think he's winning. Even though I probably shouldn't think he's winning. But my literal pick, a returning Braun Breaker. Which means CM Punk, you're put on notice.
Yeah.
Yolanda says Roman and Randy. So, would it be very interesting for Braun Breaker to win and say, you know what? I want Drew McIntyre's belt.
If I could see them going that route, yeah, but I don't.
And then that opens up CM Punk Roman Reigns if he doesn't win the Royal Rumble.
Well,
let's throw some little something out there.
And the reason why I didn't say somebody else is because that man was on first take and he officially said he's not at the Rumble.
And who was that, sir?
Seth Rollins.
And do you believe Seth Rollins?
That one, he was pretty convincing on that one.
I don't believe anything Seth Rollins says about being hurt when he comes back. Seth Rollins has proven he's a liar.
But you was the one who did say that he did actually have surgery. So
I still don't come back time. He could be lying about when he can return.
I thought of Seth. I did think Seth, but I feel like if Seth does come back, Braun has to eliminate him.
No, if Seth come back, he eliminates Braun. That's the messed up part. You don't return from injury and you get taken out.
Yolanda says he was telling the truth today on First Take. I mean, he could have been Yolanda, but I just can't trust that man anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I know.
Oh no, trust me. No, trust me. They was saying that to him. Like, are you sure? Are you sure? Because
Seth Rollins will show up at number 29.
Hey, he might be pick 30. Who knows?
Talking about burn it down. Y'all know Seth Rollins is untrustworthy. I'm just saying.
I'm saying on this one, I'm leaning towards believing him on this one.
I feel you. I can't trust him no more.
Oh, trust me. I don't blame you. Cause that was one hell of a stunt he pulled.
Yeah, he pulled a good one. And the thing is, it was impressive because it makes people feel like I do about him now. So Yolanda says he was on Get Up too. Yeah, he was. It's just I like what he did. I like that he lied and all that, but it put the doubt in anything else he says from now about being hurt or not being hurt when he returns.
Yeah.
I was with you, and then when you reported he actually had something, I was like, okay, so he actually is out. Okay. We just don't know how long.
So he's just saying it could be the time that he could be back by now. You know what I mean? Like he could be back by now. He could be ready to return, or he might not be. But Seth Rollins saying, "Oh, I'm not going to be in the match," and then showing up would not surprise me. Son of a gun.
All right. That's the Royal Rumble this Saturday, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. on the West Coast.
And by the way, Yolanda just wants y'all to know that shockingly, Seth picked Becky to win. Such a shock.
If she wasn't Intercontinental Champion, maybe. But since he's Intercontinental Champion.
Nah, she got a match with AJ at WrestleMania.
But here's the thing. It's Seth Rollins. Can he go up there and pick anybody besides his wife who's actually a wrestler?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So there's no shock that he picked her. It's not going to happen, but he can't go home. If he doesn't pick her, you know what I'm saying? All right, good people. Chris, we appreciate you hopping in with us and talking some AEW, TNA, and WWE, as well as some NXT.
I appreciate it.
Whenever you have an opportunity, man, hey, you're always more than welcome to come and chop it up with your boys a little bit more. I know timing doesn't always work, but hey, it does. Doors open. Playmaker.
Especially as we get closer to WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'll put in some PTO to make sure I have some Mondays off just so I can come do
it. Or just put in an hour or two so you can get off early. You know what I'm saying? All right. As we always finish with around these parts, it is never where you start, good people. It's always where you finish. And if you know people that, struggle mentally, make sure you reach out to them and check on them. And with that being said, we will be back next week, me and Playmaker, to give y'all more of our specific brand of foolishness. We'll have a little bit more time to talk about cakes next week, so don't worry. We have not forgot about cakes. But, we want to allow time for Chris to spit some hot fire on the mic with us. So, it is what it is. But next week, we'll be back. And I'm sure Paul will piss me off, and there will be a rant because he's Paul.
If not Paul, Tony Khan definitely would too.
Oh, Paul, it's gonna be Paul. Royal Rumble's it's gonna be Paul.
Yeah, Royal Rumble's coming up. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Paul.
Yeah, it's gonna be Paul. Paul gonna he gonna light a fire in me at some point. He gonna light one. At some point, he gonna do it. I know him. I know that son of a biscuit eater. All right, y'all.
At least at this point, you made it through the first month without a rant.
I'm proud of myself for that. There's been some times where I could have, but I wanted to show some restraint. One of my goals for 2026 is to relax a little bit. So, yeah. I don't think next week is going to be.
So basically, that's keyword. That's keyword for me to say to pull that out of them.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen next week. I think next week's gonna be some regression. So, y'all be prepared for that. The people, we out. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat station.